I am on a mission to declutter every category of thing that I own in my house. This is a lot. This is a conundrum. Where am I going to put the items I'm not keeping? Legitimately don't know what the purpose of this is. Okay, maybe not every single category, but majority of the categories. I have been rereading Marie Kondo's The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. I've spent the last couple weeks going through each category of thing that I own and getting rid of anything that does not spark joy and getting rid of anything that is not useful to me anymore. My last video, I addressed my clothes. In today's video, I'm gonna be addressing my pantries. So this is a big project, this one in particular. My pantries are in pretty bad shape, and no matter how many times I organize them, they still end up looking like this fairly quickly. My game plan is I am going to take everything out of all of my pantries and sort food items and put similar food items away in similar places, because all of my food items are spread out between like 3 or 4 different places. And so I'm gonna try to get a better system going so I don't keep relapsing into this crazy jumbled mess of food. I also, like, in my pantry, I have other things that are not food related, like bottles and kitchen appliances. So I'm gonna condense my kitchen appliances as well, but that's probably gonna be a different video because I feel like this video is gonna be long. So without further ado, let's just freaking get into it. Can I help you, madam? Can I help you? Did you need something from me? Yeah? Hi, that's my sweetheart. That's my good girl. Are you gonna help me sort my food? Okay, so this is all just from the white pantry. I have no more room to put any of the food from the other pantries, so I'm gonna go ahead and start putting stuff from here back into the pantry, and then I guess as I make more room, I'll go through my other pantries. But yeah, I can't fit anything else on this, and I can't really decipher what I want to keep and throw away while it's all in this big pile, so I'm just gonna like go through and add stuff, and I don't think I'll film that. I'll just check in when I've made some progress. So yep, that's the plan. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, I have made some awesome progress in my pantries. I was able to get rid of literally 2 full trash bags of garbage. Old and expired food, of stale food. So that was amazing to get rid of that much food. It's actually like also mind-blowing to think that there was that much unusable food just sitting in my pantry. So that for one was awesome to get rid of. And then I also got these 2 bags of food to go to the food bank. And let's take a look in the pantries. I took out anything that wasn't directly food related. I think it was this shelf here was just like water bottles and accessories for my juicer. It just took up unnecessary space. This is what it's looking like right now, and I don't know if it will stay this neat and tidy, but there's a lot less volume of things on each of these shelves. So I think that'll help make it easier. My biggest complaint about my pantry here is that it's deep and not wide, so food gets buried and hidden super easily, and that makes it really hard to remember what type of food I have. So the problem I'm running into, besides it being deep, is that I need to get my like random appliances out. I have appliances up here too. I need to get them all in one place. I wasn't sure if I was going to do that in this video, but I cannot finish organizing my pantries until I get all of my appliances out and find places for my appliances, because I need to know how much pantry space I need to dedicate to them. So that's my next step, is I'm going to get all of my appliances on this table here and try to Marie Kondo my kitchen stuff. Yeah. All right. This is a lot. This is quite bonkers to me. Some of it is stuff that I inherited when I bought my house. That's a whole wild story, but essentially the woman I bought my house from was elderly and was not able to get rid of her stuff before she left, so I inherited the house full of almost everything that she owned that she wasn't taking with her when she moved, and she had a lot of stuff. So some of the stuff I just inherited from when I bought my house, and I thought this might be useful. I don't think I've used most of it. And some of this stuff is like hand-me-downs from my mom, and some of it is stuff that like I haven't used in years, but I want to use. Like when my life is a little less chaotic, I do actually feel like I would use it. I know Marie Kondo would say get rid of it now and buy a new one when you know you're gonna use it, but like, girl, I ain't made of money, so I don't want to get rid of perfectly good items that I know I'm going to eventually use or use semi-infrequently, but still use. I also don't know where my air fryer is. And my air fryer is huge, so I don't understand how I could misplace it. Yeah, so I am gonna go through and I don't know, figure out how to get rid of some of this stuff, because I certainly don't need all of it. I think I have 2 different blenders. I don't know which one's the better one. I will obviously would want to keep the better one. Blenders, oh, my GoPro looks really crooked. Sorry if this shot is crooked, I apologize. And this is like a fondue thing. I literally have not used it, but I like to throw parties, and so eventually I'd like to throw like a fondue party. So I'm gonna keep this, because this is like a really unique item, the fondue pot. Items that I'm gonna donate, I'm just gonna set aside. This is a conundrum. Where am I gonna put the items I'm not keeping? Let me clear this off. I'm gonna put, that won't hold very much. My counter still has a bunch of stuff on it that I need to go through. I'm gonna clear my counter off. And all these cups, I have to go through all these cups. That'll be after I go through the appliances. These dog bowls I'm gonna donate. These were when Dahlia was a puppy. I wanted her to have interactive ways to eat food. You know, they worked for her when she was really little, but not so much now. So I'm gonna donate these dog bowls. Okay, so the counter is gonna be things that I'm donating. I have 3 crock pots, all of various sizes. I'm definitely gonna keep my big blue one and maybe this itty bitty one. I don't need this one. The lid for that one is somewhere, oh, right here. This is like, I think like a nut cracker kit. I don't eat nuts.
That's what she said.
Or at least not nuts that haven't been deshelled. So I think I can donate this. It's cute, but I don't think I'm ever gonna use this. All right, let's see. This is like a basket for frying things. I think this could be useful on occasions. So I'm not gonna get rid of this. This I'm never gonna use. Don't need a giant measuring cup. Legitimately, don't know what the purpose of this is. It says Hamilton Beach, which I have a couple of Hamilton Beach items. I'm not gonna get rid of it yet in case it goes with like maybe my juicer. No, this doesn't go with my juicer. I'm gonna have to figure out what this goes with. Okay, I have all of these round, like Pyrex glassware. I mean, some of them I definitely know they're for pies. I don't know what the flat round ones would be for, and I don't think I'll literally ever use them. I haven't used them, so I'm gonna get rid of the flat round ones, and we'll keep one of the pies. I've handmade a pie once, but I'm not gonna completely say I'm never gonna make a pie, so I'll just keep one of the round pie ones. This is a mixing bowl that I don't think... I don't think I'll ever use this mixing bowl. I have a couple other mixing bowls and I hate mixing in metal because scratching on metal is not a sound I enjoy. So I'll get rid of this metal one. And this is a rice cooker pot, but it's not the one that goes in my rice cooker. So I'm gonna get rid of this. My mom gave me this bundt cake thing. I don't think I'll ever make a bundt cake. I appreciate that she gave it to me, but I don't think I'll ever make a bundt cake. This goes with my air fryer, wherever the hell that may be. So I gotta keep this because it goes with something that I use fairly often. And a lot of this is really dusty and I'm gonna have to clean it off because it is super dusty. When I restore them, I'm going to try to find a way to keep them from getting so dusty. Let's see, I wanna keep this big glass one, this glass one. These are like actually really handy, so I don't think I should get rid of any of them actually. I just need to put them all in one place so I know how many I have. This is literally the inside of a crock pot, but I don't have a crock pot to go with it. I don't know where this came from. Keeping this, keeping this, keeping this, my juicer. Okay, this is a veggie spiralizer that I actually completely forgot I owned. I used it a lot when I was like on a super big health kick and eating a lot of veggies and like making zucchini pasta. I don't know if that's something I would do again. That's a hard one. And that's a bread maker that my mom gave me. I have never made bread, but I want to try it at some point. Looking at what I have left, I don't know what the hell these are. I need to figure out which blender of the two blenders I should keep. Okay, out of the two blenders, this one has the least amount of options, so I'm gonna get rid of this one because that one has like pulse, chop, whatever. This only has on, off, and pulse. So this one I'll get rid of. Now, all of this I'm gonna keep. It's still a lot. I will admit that it's still a lot, but they're useful items when I use them. So, okay, I'm gonna find places for all of these things. Wish me luck for finding places for these because they are honking items. It's gonna be a struggle. It was surprisingly difficult for me to purge my water bottles and travel mugs because each one is unique and represents a different aspect of like my life or interests or travel. In the end, I purged the ones that were plain and generic, obviously, as well as ones that I know I haven't used in years and probably won't use again because I have since replaced them with better water bottles to use in the present. And I took a picture of a few that were extra special to me, like the cute cat water bottle I got when I visited family in Australia in 2017, but it's 2025 now and I haven't touched that water bottle in years, so it was time to say goodbye. In the end, I got rid of 14 water bottles / travel mugs, so that's pretty good if I do say so myself. Okay, here is the final of my white pantry. The shelves, like I said before, are not as packed as they used to be, so I'm really hopeful that this will keep it from getting too cluttered and too disorganized. I tried to store as little as possible on the bottom shelf just because it's harder to get to the bottom shelf, so it'll be easier to keep neat if there's not as much stuff in that bottom shelf. The top of my pantry has basically nothing on it now, which is so nice. It is nice to not see a whole bunch of clutter up there. Next to my pantry is where I'm keeping my rice cooker and my air fryer once I find it. But typically I have my air fryer down first and then my rice cooker on top. And then I also have my smoothie blender and my new egg cooker. This thing is actually so awesome and makes hard boiling and soft boiling eggs a breeze. I love this thing, highly recommend these little egg cooker dealy bobs. All right, I ended up storing my cups and travel mugs on this top shelf in my other pantry, and it's not ideal. I do not prefer having them so high up. It is hard to see them all, and there's definitely some that are gonna get buried behind, so this is not ideal. Hopefully someday I can get a better spot for those. And then we've got some food. We've got dog and cat medicine here, and some dog and cat like treats and supplies back there, and then I've got kind of like my more snacky items and chippy items here. Down here, I've got, I eat sun butter for breakfast every single day, so I've got my row of sun butter that I keep on stock. I've got kind of some pastas and grains. This is like my pasta and grain shelf, more or less. Down here, these shelves are of my boyfriend's food, and I tried really hard to make it so he can see all of his food at once because of his ADHD. If he does not see it, he does forget he has it. So I tried to help him organize the best I could so that he can see all of his food and know what he has to eat. And then finally, my last little pantry here, I've got all of my canned goods and I've got them organized by like type. We've got green beans, beets, tomatoes, garbanzo beans, canned salmon, corn, you know, all the stuff. Back here is my cat's wet food and some other like cat food supplies. This is now my baking shelf. All of my baking needs are up here instead of they were on the top shelf in there, and that was really hard to get to. This is much easier to get to, and I can see the majority of my baking supplies in one go. And then up at the very top, before this had just like kind of a random assortment of plates and stuff. Now it has my rice cakes that I eat every morning. It's got my supply of those and some spare oats for oatmeal. So yeah, that's what my pantry number 3 is looking like. There's nothing, and I mean nothing, on the top of my fridge now, and that is a beautiful sight. Now you may be asking yourself, Jenna, where are all of those appliances that you said you were gonna keep? Great question. Let me show you. This is where I'm keeping my appliances. This is the shelf in my garage that had some spare canned goods and kind of random other things, and I've cleared a bunch of stuff off so I can keep my appliances here. I had said I wanted to find a way to keep my appliances from getting super dusty. In the garage, they are certainly gonna get dusty. So I've been brainstorming ways to seal off this from dust. And I think my solution is to get some plastic, flimsy magnetic door things. And I'll post a little picture of what I'm talking about. And I think I'll just like hang it on the shelf, and then when I need to get something, I can just pull open little magnets and get whatever I need from there. And I think that will help cut down the dust significantly because I don't use these items as frequently. So they will definitely be prone to getting dusty for sure. And I did also forget to mention that I stored some other appliances in these 2 cabinets here with some of my baking dishes. It is very dark back there, but I've got my baking dishes, mixing bowls, and then a few other appliances down here. So yeah, that is all of my storage that I've organized so far in my kitchen. And that concludes my kitchen purge, or I guess the first half of my kitchen purge, because I did not even look at plates or cups or measuring things or pots and pans or any of that. So I think in a few weeks I will have to do a kitchen part 2. But that is the, I guess, pantry version of my kitchen purge. I got rid of, like I said, 2 full trash bags of expired food. I got rid of 2 grocery bags of food to give to the food bank, and I got rid of a large assortment of appliances that I'll see if the food bank needs, and if not, I'll go donate them somewhere else. But I have made so much space in my kitchen, and I'm really, really hopeful this will make keeping my kitchen tidy so much easier. I highly recommend you all do this for your own kitchens if you are struggling to keep your kitchen tidy. If you liked this video, consider giving it a thumbs up, and if you want to follow along with me as I continue to purge different items in my home, then consider hitting that subscribe button. My next video is going to be purging all of my papers. So if you've got a paper problem, call Dunder Mifflin. Dunder Mifflin, people versus paper people. No, I'm just kidding. I would highly recommend sticking around if you want to see me purge 20 pounds. Ooh, spoiler alert, 20 pounds worth of paper. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope y'all have a lovely day. Good news, y'all. I was tidying up my garage and I found my air fryer. Look it, see, the thing is huge. How could I have lost that? But there it is. Need not worry. I have found my air fryer.